All right, guys, today we're going to talk about how to use your cell phone as a good tool for your EOS when you get out, and how you can utilize it rather than just for phone calls, but how you can use it in the job market area. So what we're going to do today is we're going to talk about the navigation part of the phone. Right here, I went on Amazon.com and I bought this little clip. It cost me $3 for this. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you how we can utilize this and this together. I'm going to take this, and what we do is we put it on the window right about where you want it, okay? And I'm going to put it right about there, push it in, squeeze that down, and now it's right where I need it to be. And what I want to do is now I can put my cell phone right there, and now my cell phone works great. Okay, so right now let's talk about the GPS part of it. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to use the GPS part of our phone. How do we get to the GPS part? Is we go to our Google settings, okay, which anywhere, every phone's a little bit different. My Samsung has a Google icon there. I can go now and I can look on there at all my Googles. I want the map setting, okay, and then when I hit the map setting, it pops up and it can give me the location. All I have to do is type in the address of where I'm going. Right now I don't know the address, so what do we do in that situation? Well, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to go to my Google Maps, and what I'm going to type in, I've got a job interview at Rent a Center today, or I'm going to fill out an application there. So I put Rent a Center. I hit that. I go now, I'm looking for the nearest one, the one that I want to go to. It's 1.1 mile from here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit that button right there, which now is taking. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I want to get to this location. I like it better like this, because here it's going to give me actually my distance, how much time it's going to take me to get there, and the distance and the fastest route, and it shows all that there, which is really important to me. Right now it says it's 6 minutes away. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in my clip here, and when I do that, now I've got my hands-on GPS system going exactly where I need to go. See it? Okay, now we're headed to Rent a Center, to where we can fill out an application using our GPS system to get the right directions there. Now remember, for some of you guys, the reason why we're showing this example is you may have been down 20 years ago and they didn't have GPS system. It used to be, we used to have a big we had a box that sat on here that was our GPS. You can still get those, by the way. But now what's great with the new smartphones is you just put the smartphone there, put it in this clip that I got, and it does it. Now let's talk about this for a minute. Why is it so important to have something like this? Well, if you're going for a job interview, the last thing that you want to be is late. If you're late for a job interview, you might as well not even apply. Go for the interview, because you're not going to get it. So what I suggest is that you always go the night before. Some people just look at it and see that, hey, it said it was only 6 minutes away. That's pretty good. Well, remember, you also go by time of day. The GPS tells you about your traffic and everything else. So at night, there's not as much traffic. During the daytime, there might be more traffic. So you want to make sure you adjust for that. It's always good to be about 15 minutes early arriving somewhere, so that you get there on time. And what I want to do for the next little bit, I want you to see the GPS system and how it tells you how to turn, how it tells you all the information on there, such as the time will still change. It will tell you exactly how much time you have before you get there. It's going to tell you step by step also how to turn, where to turn at for each road that you're about to come to. And if you look, as we're crossing this road right here, it's going to show you the name of the road, and it's going to show you exactly how we're crossing it. It's live action. It's not delayed in any ways. So in a minute, it's going to show us where to turn at up here.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto North Palafox Street.
So see, it gave us the name exactly of the street, told us which way we were going to be turning, and it's going to give us another warning as we get up here.
Palafox Street.
There we go. So see, it's given us a step-by-step. It's really foolproof. And even if you pass your location, it's going to recalculate and tell you exactly what to do. It may tell you you need to do a U-turn. It may take you around the block for a minute, but it's going to get you there. Okay, and the nice thing about the cell phones are they stay up to date as far as the GPS system goes, because it uses Google Maps, and Google Maps is pretty accurate. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to follow this through all the way to Rent-A-Center. Remember, let's go over some of the rules for job searching. We want to make sure that our appearance looks really good. Our hygiene is proper, our hair is combed. Even though I'm going to pick up an application, I may not have to be all dressed up super nice like I would be for an interview, but that's not a bad idea. But I also want to look presentable. I definitely don't want to come in looking nasty, because the person I get the application from,
Continue on North Palafox Street for a half mile.
it's telling us how far to go. But the person I'm getting an application from might be the person I'm going to interview with, and they're going to remember that, or they'll talk to the manager and say, you should have seen that guy that came in. Remember this though, first impression, you only get one opportunity for that. So make sure you're presentable whenever you go anywhere. Now I know that most places we still do our applications online, and so you're not going to run into this a lot, but there's still places that you can go into the store and get the applications for and fill them out. I suggest, if that's the case, you do both. You fill one out online, and you also fill out one
In 1,000 feet,
on your,
turn right onto West Hood Drive.
you fill an application out from the store, just so you can get that one-on-one first impression. And it also shows motivation, because most people aren't doing that. Now, maybe we already filled out the application online. So why are we going to Rent-A-Center now? We don't have an interview yet and all that. Well, we want to do follow-up. Follow-ups, remember, that's one thing people aren't doing. I want to get a first impression, and so I'm going now for a follow-up. I'll take a
turn right onto Pensacola Boulevard.
I want to stay listening to that, but I'm going to take a paper application in, or the time and the stamp and everything we're going to be talking about in employment. I'm going to take that in, and I'm going to say, hey, I filled out an application and I want to make sure you get it. I want to do the follow-up. Why? Because most people in the country are not doing follow-ups. So most of the people you're going after, they're just filling out the online application, but the only thing they're doing is maybe they're calling, but they're not following through. Now I see Rent-A-Center.
Right onto Pensacola Boulevard. Then your destination will be on the right.
I see it here, so I'm going to turn into the back way of it. And look, here we are now at our destination.